You're listening to the April 20th, 2018 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Hi, once again. Returning to the subject of the event, should I be so bold? Folk are asking how long the feeling of this wave of love will stay with us. Seconds, hours, days, months, you get the picture.
Welcome to you. This is a question that cannot be answered in terms of time. For it shall be different for each one. Firstly, we would comment that the wave of love is part of you. The energy that the event shall bring forth is one of such magnitude. This is agreed throughout, and yet it is coming to awaken all that is love within you. All that is within you is love. At the moment the wave presents itself, absolute bliss shall be felt. Again, we say, different levels of it, depending on each one's present state of being. This applies also to the length of time that the very high vibration shall remain within, depending on the capabilities of the individual soul that enables one to remain within a certain state for a certain length of time. It shall affect souls differently. So it is not easy for us to give a stated time frame. What we will say is that when it approaches, you will know. You will automatically begin to prepare your being. It will be something you simply know what to do. The preparational systems shall be put in place in advance and activated at the correct level when all is in alignment to do so.
And what would these preparational systems entail?
There shall be telltale signs, as we have already explained. An example, much more notable phenomena that has everyone buzzing, as opposed to just those who are seeking it out. Yet, as the dawning of this new era draws ever closer, there shall be much greater activity in your skies and from all around. It shall not be just an external preparation. Let us make that quite clear. For internally, within those who are ready to accept, there shall be presented to the soul self visuals of expectations and possibilities.
What about those who are not ready to accept?
There shall be those who are not ready, yet shall become aware and therefore accept an awakening due to the energy buildup that will be taking place. This energy shall be almost tangible. Far greater, would we say, than the turmoil within self one is experiencing in these present days. We are not saying far greater turmoil. No. We are saying that the energies shall be greater by far, and yet turmoil will have left, and comfort shall be discovered within the self. As it flows in, many souls will feel the newness and allow themselves to become themselves. Those who do not choose to accept what is taking place shall still feel differently. One cannot not. Yet they will deny that which is presented.
Why on earth would someone do that? Surely we are all veritably dribbling to live in a world that is of a higher energy than this current state of affairs.
We understand your confusion, Blossom. And yet, each aspect of a soul's journey upon your earth plane has a choice. Some are not ready to take steps to further their education. They choose to remain stuck for a while longer to experience their choices within certain energies.
This doesn't sound a very wise move.
Blossom, within every breath you take, there lies wisdom. Remember, this is a never-ending journey of the soul. It matters not that which another chooses, and should it completely go against the grain of your choices, then simply allow that to be. When your soul is in a place of recognition of all, then such choices of another's journey will seem so suitable to them.
So, back to the matter in hand. How long will the wave last?
Initially, we would say 2 or 3 days. Yet that confuses you, as we are not in time, and therefore your trusting on our time scale does not exist.
A laugh. How can you put it in a different way then? Not really possible without involving time.
All things are possible. Let us remove time from the equation and say this. When it arrives, there shall be an initial wash over. It shall remain within each one on different levels, of different degrees of frequency, according to each one's position of self. This we have also mentioned before. However, once this has taken place, each soul shall come back round in their own time. So we cannot give you hours, days, etc., yet we choose to say anything up to a week of your time before one feels the need to even think about normality. And normality will never be normal again. Our point to you is this. This event will take place, and it is drawing ever closer. It is part of the divine plan and destined to move your planet into the positioning for it to continue on its guided path of light back to her higher vibration of self, with your help. After the event, life will not be the same, for one's perspective upon life will have changed. You know now that you are pure love. Yet, within the density of your planet's energies, it appears to be very difficult to keep on top of this knowledge. Yet, after the event, the energies en masse will have changed and transformed to such a degree that much of that which one once knew will indeed be of the past in the old world, would we say. Everything will be the same, and yet nothing will be the same. For you, inside of you, will have risen to such a level that you will experience everything differently. For you will be coming from a different perspective. This indeed, dearest souls, is when so many of you will feel comfortable in your skin, comfortable with residing upon the planet, knowing what it is that you are to do, knowing why you are here, and finding synchronicities coming to you that will astound. Those who are already on track and yet have felt so alone shall no longer do so, for soul after soul after soul shall seek you out and ask for your assistance. Those of you who are already aware and ready to teach and remind shall be sought out by those who once thought of you, as you would say, a bit cuckoo.
Laugh again. How your humour has developed.
Or maybe we are using yours?
Maybe.
The awakened ones shall be as magnets, beacons. Yet we are aware of repeating ourselves.
That's okay. I have had many a knock at you for doing so in the past, yet realizing now that many more souls are discovering your wisdom as we continue on, and for those of us who have heard it all before, repetition is the mother of all learning, is it not?
We are in the knowing that this is so. Dearest souls, in moments of silence within, breathe deeply and feel the difference within you. Feel the knowing that you are so close. You can feel this difference within you. We know you can.
Out of interest, how do you know?
Due to the strengthening of the energy upon earth. The heightened level of it, coming from souls, emanating from within to without. And yet there is also, on a completely different level, the home visits that you make during times of sleep or meditation that see you return there on a much more recognizable level.
Okie dokie. Let's get into that, shall we? Surely, when we do have these visits, which we are mostly, if not altogether, unaware of in our human form, we arrive there in our light form. So, how would we be more recognizable now in comparison to before?
Because your love light returns now in a more knowledgeable appreciation of self. Whereas perhaps before one may arrive a little depleted, disheveled, and in definite need of a top-up. White Cloud has spoken before of needing to return to the higher realms now and then in order to feel his true being of the vibration that it belongs. For being in lesser light than the truth of self can indeed, like a battery running low on a torch, deplete the strength in which it shines. Yet now, as each one is remembering their true light, the light that they are in the highest aspect of themselves, they are able to bring into their being a higher level of self, when being and residing in the energies of the earth plane. This is a great accomplishment, for it shows that the anchoring of light that so many of you are assisting in, just by being there, is taking hold. And this is very encouraging indeed. Do you see, brothers and sisters, in light, the difference? Can you grasp that which you are accomplishing? Can you accept now that you are making this change occur? Within every moment of your time upon Mother Earth, you are changing it, because you are in acceptance now of what is taking place and recognizing that you are a vast part of this that is taking place. May we remind you, the ocean would not be the ocean if it were not every single drop of water to make it so. The excitement builds, and we ask you to do your utmost to keep that level of knowing at its highest point. For you do know that this event shall take place, and as for its timing, it really, with the greatest of understanding and respect, is not the point. The making it happen, the bringing it to you, is what it is all about. The absolute knowing that you are here to do that shall allow you to continue forth, bringing in the higher levels of energy, light, love, and in doing so, allowing yourselves to be the perfect examples of this love. As more and more souls take note of the ways of joyful hearts that shine from within you, that know, then more and more desire to become the same. More and more looking for souls like you to be shown the right path, to be guided in the ways of love, and through this, due to this, because of this, because of you, knowing the love that you are, this event shall be drawn towards you, as the lights on your planet shine ever brighter, calling its name, letting it know. It is time.
Thanks, chaps. Always a pleasure.
Always.